I know I've certainly have had that. If you've been in a restaurant, you hear a table laughing, and it's contagious. It's a sense of, oh my gosh, what's going on? It's wonderful. Hello, hello, and welcome to Soulfully Speaking. I'm your host, teacher, and guide, Brian Bachand. And as always, it is a joy to have you here. And I'm so excited to have this topic today, joy. It is one that is something that I love very much, and it's something that I feel we all want to be part of and have more joy in our life. And today's topic, and specifically for our soulful conversation today, is how your joy attracts abundance. And it does. And we're going to dive into that. Joy is that contagious energy. Joy is something that draws us in. You know, there's nothing better when you go and you meet someone and they're just, wow, they have a joyful presence. They look at you. They almost have a sparkle in their eye as you're speaking. They just make you feel lighter. They make you feel loved. There's a sense of openness. There's a sense of peace. There's a sense of just, wow, they're in the moment. And it draws us in. You want to be around that person. Joy is actually one of the highest vibrations that we can have in the human condition. Joy is that sense of being elevated with an openness, with a lightness, with an attractiveness that is goodness and draws people in. So often, though, words can really get misused or overused in our society. It's like the word love. People say, I love you, to convey from the depth of their heart how they feel about a person, but they can also say, I love my iPhone, and almost make it the same. And so often you can think people can use the word joy the same. To be joyful or to have joy, people often think it means that moment of laughing so hard on the street, or that moment of, oh, they're always so positive. But life isn't always easy. Life has challenges. Life has real painful challenges. There may be grief of losing someone and going through that. There may be the challenge of taking care of someone who is very ill and seeing a loved one that is just quickly and slowly really moving in a different way, that you're seeing it's a very slow and sad goodbye. There may be moments of financial challenges that, don't feel joyful, that can feel very sad. There may be moments of separation from someone that you love, or separation from maybe a project you were working on at work, and now your boss has decided to put someone else on it, and there's a sadness that you really enjoyed that, and now there's a void. Joy isn't about walking around big smiles and Pollyanna, though that is sometimes how people think of it. Joy is knowing in your heart that you are being taken care of at the highest level, and that you are trusting that who you are and where you're going will be guided and taken care of. Joy is an extension of that love and that trust of knowing that you are where you need to be, and that you are being guided to what is of the highest good for who you are. Because when you live in a spirit of joy, you are actually living in the moment of where you are. And by doing that, you attract greater abundance into your life. It is a decision to open up your life to see and be in a joyful way. And I want to share with you 3 ways today of how your joy that you have a right to have and that is within you, can attract abundance more deeply into your life. The first is joy is a great attractor of abundance of people. When you're joyful and you have a presence of joy, it attracts, it brings good people into your world. So it doesn't mean always that it's going to be, work and different aspects, but it can be as simple as how you enter a store. If you enter a store with an attitude, with your headphones on, listening to music, not making eye contact, and then all of a sudden you ask for someone in the store for some help, sometimes you might say, wow, they were so rude, they weren't there. Well, you're giving off an energy of not really being that focused either. You're disconnected with your earphones in, you're not making eye contact. If you go into a store, you're in a place and you make eye contact, you smile, you say hello, you ask them how they are doing. How has the things been going? Make it light, make it funny. That's a spirit of joy. And that changes the energy, and I can guarantee you they will go above and beyond to try and be of service for you. Joy is the service connector, and it's what changes the tracks. It's like if you've ever noticed on trains, the tracks change. Trains go on to different tracks because they change. Joy changes the track that you may be on. Maybe you're going one direction, but joy in your spirit of openness can change that and bring you to a new place. It is an abundance of attracting people. The same is in terms of work. And, when you're joyful, people want to work with joyful clients. They want to work with you. It doesn't mean you don't bring your expertise and all of who you are, but to have a joyful spirit is to bring an openness. And that is that is an abundance. And your joy can attract the right people, beautiful people, from ordinary moments to significant moments in a new way. Number 2, an abundance of new places. Joy attracts an abundance of new places. When you're in a joyful spirit and you live in a place of joy, you will be attracted and it will attract an abundance of new places to you. It means that you are more open to being invited into more people's lives. You're going to be invited in an abundance of maybe new work opportunities. Maybe it's going to be opportunities of abundance of new places, even through online. Maybe there's courses you want to take, and your energy and your joyfulness is going to be guiding you to that. Joy attracts abundance of expansion. So people, if you ever notice, who are grumpy, who are very kind of siloed in their mindset, don't do things. They stay in their place. They stay fixated. They stay in a job they don't like because they don't know where to go. But when you're in a spirit of joy, it attracts an abundance of newness, of new places, because you're being open, you're being guided. And finally, your joy attracts an abundance in finances. When you're in a spirit of joy, you're not in a spirit of lack. When you have a spirit of joy, you are in a more of a sense of trusting that you will receive the support from the universe that you need. You are in a spirit of putting forth in a positive way your gifts, your services to be of the highest good. Joy attracts abundance and finances when you are able to say, wow, this is an energy. Finances are something that are an energy, but it can help me in a joyful way to see them that what I receive is also going to go out to help others, but also to help me. Joy and finances go hand in hand. Joy is one of those moments that we have to pause and realize that when joy is missing in your life, it holds us back. It holds us back in terms of people, in terms of experiences, in terms of financial abundance. It holds us back. So today, I invite you to make sure that your joy is open. And the number one way to do that is simply to say to yourself, I allow myself to have joy. I allow myself to feel joy. I allow my joy to attract exactly what I need everywhere I go. I am joyful where I am and who I am. I promise you, by being aware of that and by allowing your joy to attract and to be magnetic, you will be so surprised and blessed by the people, places, the finances, and the opportunities that will come into your life. I hope that this conversation has lifted you today. Make sure to follow on Instagram or YouTube, and I can't wait to be with you again very soon.